John Mara, Giants owner, CEO, president, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Paul Tagliabue finally got the call. John, I'm sure you've been in many a meeting with this man and been many miles, football miles with him. What makes Tagliabue, in your mind, Hall of Fame worthy, John?
Rich, I can't believe it took this long for him to get in there. I just don't. He led the league through some pretty difficult times, was able to maintain labor peace. We went into a whole new era in the TV with our TV broadcasts and everything. He oversaw a lot of rules changes that made the game better. I mean, he to me, made so many contributions to the league. He should have been enshrined a long time ago. I'm just happy that he's finally going in right now. But he was a great leader for this league. He's somebody that all the owners respected, and I believe he had the players' respect too. I think he was unfairly criticized for certain things. But I think it's about time he got in there. And again, he was at the forefront of so many of the innovations that the league has seen over the last during his period of time as commissioner, and really did an outstanding job there. I'm just happy to finally see him get into Canton.
Well, the two aspects of his commissionership that stand out for me, outside of obviously the creation of NFL Network, was him saying that post-Katrina, the Saints are staying in New Orleans. And then also 9/11, John. Obviously, we all as New Yorkers lived through that. I wonder what his commissionership and guidance at that time meant for you, with you, and with the organization.
That was huge, Rich. I can remember sitting in my father's office during that period, and they're trying to make a decision on whether to play games the next weekend, and my father was adamantly opposed to that. We still didn't know how many people had been killed, in the World Trade Center, and Paul was instrumental in convincing, because there were a number of owners that wanted to go ahead and play, and Paul was instrumental in making a determination that no, it's not appropriate for us to play, and instead we got to be thinking about all the families who lost loved ones, and we got to treat the next weekend solemnly and not be playing football, and he was huge. And the other thing that you didn't mention, he was very much behind the NFL returning to Cleveland as well. So I think between Cleveland and staying the course in New Orleans, what he did in 9/11, starting the NFL Network, and a million other things, he is certainly a deserving Hall of Fame inductee.
John Mara here on the Rich Eisen Show. I'm personally, I couldn't be more thrilled. I get emotional when I talk about Steve Sabol. He's one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure of getting to call colleague and a friend and to meet throughout my now 17 years coming up on NFL Network. What's your favorite memory of Steve, John?
Just all the incredible content that he has created over the years, and he would come into owners' meetings and talk about some new innovations that they were doing and some new programming that they had in mind, and everybody was a fan of Steve's. I mean, what he meant to the league, and NFL Films, let's face it, is a unique organization, and I think has set the standard for many years for sports programming and the creativity that Steve had. And the great programs that he's put on over the years, I think are just so unique and have meant so much to the league and to all of the teams that he's a very deserving inductee. And again, it's kind of a sad thing. You just wish he could be around to enjoy he and his family, because I think it's something that would have meant a great deal to him.
Well, I'm sure he and his dad and Facenda are all getting together tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, we all grew up with the John Facenda, doing the audio for all those great highlight shows and everything else. And Steve and his dad are such a big part of NFL history. It's great to see him going into the Hall.
For more of the Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.